Hey guys, Xas here from the Five Lives channel, and welcome back to another Five Lives podcast. I am joined here by Gamer Galaxy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast, like Austin has said. And yeah, last podcast we talked about evolution.
Today's podcast
This time
is paranormal.
Right, paranormal. I think we've both have had our fair share of paranormal experiences. Maybe mostly more you.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm getting chills, dude. It's.
Oh, don't be scared, man. It's okay.
I'm not scared. It's just like it's just weird talking about this.
It's only a spooky little ghost, all right?
All right, but anyways, we decided to talk about paranormal because, if anything, this topic has been a little bit more relevant in my life, and I think relevant now, since something happened the last 2 days ago, 1 day ago, I think 1 day ago, but so has Austin. He's experienced paranormal activity
For years.
for years, apparently. And we'll talk about that stuff and whatever. And I guarantee you, by the end of this podcast, I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight.
That's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Okay. But anyways, let's get started.
Do you want to start with your experience first?
Yeah, because mine is a little bit more weaker on the, in terms of, what happened, basically. So, Monday morning of this month in May, second week of May. It's Monday the 10th of May. I'm just sitting here doing my schoolwork. Well, okay. Let me just start off by saying what I did that morning. I got up. I kind of just like stayed in bed for like another 30 minutes after I got waken up by my mom. And I went to go make breakfast, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when I went to go make breakfast, I was, just chilling, listening to music, whatever, while I made it. And, I had my dog out and whatever. And then once I was done, put him in to the kennel, made sure everything was off, and I came over to my room. Now, on my way there, going down the hall, it felt weird. Because, like, looking inside my brother's room, it was just a little off with how dark it usually isn't that dark in there, but for some reason it just looks darker. I don't know, there was something off, but I might sound crazy saying all this stuff, but like I swear it's just weird because when you experience something like this, there's some things that are so
Life-changing.
yeah, well, not life, well, I mean, I guess you could say life-changing, but also the fact that you're so spooked by it. It's just that your whole environment changes before you even like realize what happened.
It's like watching a horror movie for the first time. You don't know what to feel.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like if you're a part of your own like miniature horror movie. But I was walking down. I looked into my brother's room and into my parents' room, and before I went into my room, I took note of the fact that my parents' room was open, just like it was open, but it wasn't completely closed either. But it was closed enough, or not closed enough, but like it was a little open. And I was chilling here doing my schoolwork, and out of nowhere, the door just shuts, and it absolutely terrified me, because I was like, well, my mom isn't here, my dad isn't here, my brother isn't here. They're all at school or work, and I got completely spooked because I was completely alone here at home. Just only me and my dog. And it was scary because the door was like completely closed. It was like if someone was a little upset and just slammed it shut. It wasn't like, I know the window was open, but the window was also covered by curtains. So if the wind did blow, I doubt it would be so strong for it to shut the door like that.
Again, you got to
Yeah.
think of. Have you ever heard of vacuum? How that works in a
Yeah.
house? Was your door? Did it happen when you were closing a door, opening a door? Did it happen around then?
No, because I was just sitting in my chair. I didn't really do anything.
Okay, because I don't know if you've heard of the vacuum effect.
Oh yeah,
But
well
it's
yeah,
when,
I know.
You like open a door really fast, but like
Right,
a
and
door,
then there's like
a door like down a hallway can also either open or close because just the way the air is inside the house, and you open that door, it's like a vacuum, right?
Right. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. But I didn't do anything. I was sitting here, on my computer doing my schoolwork. It terrified me because I wasn't sure what had happened, and I didn't really want to figure out because I was here alone. And seeing it have been open before, and then seeing it shut right after when nobody was here, it was very doubtful that the wind was so strong that it carried over from like the other side of the room over to the door.
Was the door open
And
in
it was
your
covered-
parents' bedroom?
It was slightly open.
The one in your
Slightly.
parents' bedroom?
Like, do you mean the window or the
The window.
door?
The window.
The window wasn't really open that much. If anything, it was almost closed. It was only a little gap, and I really don't think that might have been anything from the window. But yeah, I told my mom when I was heading to school that the door just kind of closed. And the thing is, it kind of, she said after when she came to pick me up from school, she told me that my dad, he's seen things, because he's told us stories of when he was like younger. He used to see like a lot of paranormal things.
This is turning
And I've always
into a
wondered.
paranormal activity episode. Goddamn.
Dude, yeah, it's just so scary, because I've never experienced anything like this, and it's just, you don't know what to do. Like that was a scary experience.
Now, is it something you believe in? Paranormal?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Because I didn't believe it at first. I saw the shows. I'm like, they must be acting. Like that's how it is until I had my first experience, and that first experience was at my papa's, and I was too young to understand the concept, but they told me that I would always go, and this was a big house, right? My papa would be watching TV, the lights would flicker, like the lights would turn on and off and all that.
Yeah.
Right, and it's not like they're like going out because they're old. Like they're brand new lights, and they would flicker on and off every once in a while. On top of that, I would always go into the back room at the very back of the house where no one was, and apparently I'd start talking to somebody.
Dude, that
My papa was just like, yeah, you like when you were young, you always just talked like there was. I don't know if it was an imaginary friend, but you'd always be talking to something or somebody back there. He was like, it was a bit creepy. My second experience I had was at my stepmom's mom. And the toilet flushed by itself. It's a weird one, but the toilet did flush by itself. And it was, I found it more funny than scary. Because it's like, oh,
the toilet just flushed by itself.
Ghost is taking a poo, But anyways, and then as I got older, more experiences have been happening here around my house. And you can ask Aaron about it because he's been here and he's heard things. He's also heard things through the mic. Like he heard, I forget who it was. I don't know if it was Josh or Aaron who was on call, but somebody was on call with me, and there was a water bottle crunch. Do I have a water bottle in here so I can like imitate that sound? I don't. But like those plastic water bottles you get, and you can crush them. Right? It sounded like that right outside my door. And one of them mentioned how loud it was, and they're like, "Yeah, well, it wasn't me." And I look outside my door, and sure enough, there's a scrunched water bottle.
Dude, that. Oh no, dude! Like,
on top of that, the footsteps I hear footsteps all the time on carpet. It sounds like feet shuffling on carpet. You know how like little kids, they can't pick up their feet, right? They always drag their feet. You know what it's like?
Just like.
You know like the sound it makes on carpet. You can hear like the scuff of like your heel hitting the carpet. Sounds like that, and it walks right up to my door.
God, no, dude, that's just. Imagine. Was this like night?
It's at night, and it actually happens quite often.
God, you don't have a pet or anything, just like roams around, do you?
My dog walks upstairs. He rarely comes downstairs, but I was watching. Like you can hear it come up to the door, but I don't see anything there. That's the thing.
I
thought I saw it like a couple of times, like when I was looking at my phone. You know how you always get that like weird feeling that something's watching you, and when you kind of look away from your phone, but you can't see anything because your eyes are used to your phone, so you can't really see anything around you because it's so dark.
Yeah, because you're just looking at your phone.
Right, your eyes don't adjust to that. Well, when I was looking at my phone, I look up and I thought I saw a shadow for like a faint second. Now it could have just been. Yeah. It could have just been like, I don't know if you've stared at something long enough in the dark where you can just see the darkness kind of like fill in even more when it gets heavier. It could have been that. It could have been that, but I'm a little bit skeptical. And
especially with the activity you've experienced in there, I think it's maybe not unlikely that it was maybe something.
No, I'm starting to, worry a little bit more. Like, I'm going to walk past the TV when it's off, and I'm going to catch, like, out of my peripheral vision, I'm going to catch, like, a shadow in the TV. Out of my peripheral vision. Now, if I see that, I'm moving. There's no way. I'm waking my parents up, I'm telling them, guess what?
We're moving.
We're moving.
I'm packing my bags. We're out of here.
You don't even get a choice to stay here. You either move or I burn the damn house down because like something's here.
Or calling a priest or something. I don't know, man. It's just calling the Ghostbusters.
Calling
Ghostbusters. But yeah, no. Like you mentioned earlier, you talking to someone. I don't know if. We don't know if you.
And see, the thing is that it went from that, which is a lot of little kids talk to, they have an imaginary friend.
Right. I mean, but at the same time, it could have been a possibility.
It's just creepy.
But we don't really remember.
Yeah,
and maybe it's just so, like, you did it, but you don't remember. But it could have happened. It's just that you're so little to. That your mind is so undeveloped, it can't comprehend what you're experiencing, and it's so hard for a young mind to understand what's going on.
Now, that being said, I think what makes it a little bit more scarier for me, I've learned to deal with it a lot of the time, right? Like I just kind of brush it off. At some point, if it does continue, it'll probably be something that I just can't brush off, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like multiple people have heard it in my house. Like Aaron's heard it, right?
Have your parents heard it?
They think it's mice. They hear mice out down here all the time. Like, no, that's not mice. I know what the mice sound like because I can hear them scurrying around in the damn roof, right? They're more of like a
right.
Like you hear that just up in the roof. And I'm like, and if I'm sure, I guarantee it wasn't a damn mouse that scrunched up a whole water bottle, and if it was, ooh, that's one smart mouse. Like,
that's true.
Right? And my friend Hayden, right? Like, I've had 3 people, right? There's Aaron, there's Josh, and Hayden was staying the night the one time. and he asked about the footsteps because he asked if the dog comes down here at all, right? Just walks really close to the couch where you can't see them, right? Like right near the foot of the couch, just kind of where you can't see like a small animal. And I'm like, no, like he doesn't go in. Like the only time he really comes downstairs is when he's told to, when he's been bad. He doesn't like being downstairs. That's another thing. He doesn't like being downstairs.
That's odd, because animals, and especially dogs, because it always seems like dogs just have like they just can sense paranormal activity.
The other thing, Aaron, me and him heard, I think it was I don't know if it was a screwdriver or a piece of plastic, but we heard something fall in the room next to us. And we went to go look, and I forget if I ended up finding a small piece of plastic or if it was a screwdriver, but we found something that should not have fallen. Because it had square sides.
Right.
Like, it was like a screwdriver. You know how a screwdriver is
it's
rounded?
those unexplainable things that you just don't make any sense, that just happen. And then you're kind of skeptical about whether it's paranormal, something just happens to happen.
Now, when something like that does happen, I think people tend to go to when they haven't had an experience like that.
Yeah, when they haven't had an experience like that, they lean more towards
it was an animal. There is an explanation. But then if it happens again,
a lot
and
of people
again
seem
and
to
again,
maybe lean over to an explanation. Yeah.
Right. If it happens again and again and again,
then
you know what I just saw, Oscar? Another thing is with this new microphone could probably pick up things that,
Oh yeah.
That'd be cool.
Wasn't there an experience one time where you were at your dad's or something, and you called us and told us that you heard something in the corner? I don't know if you remember that.
I think I do. I don't know.
You said it was you said you heard over here somewhere.
Now the thing is we have vents in the house, right? So what it could have been is my brother's up in their room, because I do know their room's not too far from mine, like in terms of being upstairs, right?
Right.
So my I think that could have been them, because in that house, it's easy to hear things. Like I could be talking downstairs and my parents can hear me from upstairs. And I think that's just because it's a big house. Everything echoes, and there's also vents and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
The vents, right.
There's things called heat vents in a house like that. So it's literally just a vent that goes from downstairs to upstairs. It's not an actual ventilation system. Now that's just to keep airflow going.
Right, yeah.
So my thought immediately went to that, and it probably was either that or I was just really tired. Right, because that was a one-time thing. Nothing's ever happened since, and that was a couple months ago.
Right.
But yeah. God, it's already 18 minutes in. Dang.
It's crazy, dude, and it's just, I believe it's a thing. Honestly, quite honestly, I think it is, because, I am a person that believes in the fact that we do have some sort of spirit in us. Because it doesn't just make sense that, we're just so perfectly made that we just have a life. It's just, we have certain things that make us work, but I don't think that's just, the things that make us work. I think we must have some sort of spirit that makes us alive.
Now, despite there being proof, because there is a lot of proof out there, right? Like there are people, like this is an actual job for people where they go around and find evidence.
And, yeah.
The thing is, though, is I've had people ask me if I believe in, do I believe in God and stuff like that, and that has a big thing to tie into the paranormal.
Right.
Big thing. And I think, now I personally, I don't really believe in, well, maybe I do, like, I don't know, I'm kind of in between on this one. As of right now, I believe there is something. I don't know if it's a god, I don't know if it's something else. I just believe there is something, and we do go somewhere. I believe in that. I believe that we do go somewhere. Whether it's heaven, hell, or anywhere else, I don't know. Like I don't you don't know until it happens.
And it's a thing to think about too. This is something because like if there is no actual like heaven or hell or whatever, you think about where do we go? Do we just stay here on Earth, like, or do we? I don't know. Do we just disappear and not
Reborn?
And we don't experience? Maybe some people. Well, yeah, reborn, reincarnation in a different way.
Yeah.
Maybe we're born as I don't know, a butterfly, a monkey, a plant. I don't know, because they're all living things.
I want to be a tree when I die.
Yeah, but it's weird. You would think after this so many years on this earth, that all the things that die and their spirits just stay here.
Yeah.
Just here. And it's so weird to think about too, because hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, millions, even. And there have been so many things that have died. There's probably spirits everywhere.
Yeah.
But I guess in some places more commonly found.
Now, another thing, my stepmom told me that she believes in spirits.
Yeah.
But the way she went out her whole life is that if you don't want them to bother you, ignore it. Just don't acknowledge anything. If something happens, put it aside. Because chances are, if it is something that's really trying to scare you, it's doing it to feed off of you. That's what I've heard. Right? Like, it wants you to be scared.
Right.
You probably heard that, where it's like demons, whatever. They feed off of your power because you're scared and yada yada yada. Me personally, I wouldn't be able to do that, because if I had an experience like that, you almost treat it like a life or death situation. Your fight or flight response kicks in at that time.
Right, because you don't know what to do.
You don't know what to do. You don't know if it's gonna hurt you. You don't know if it puts your life at danger or anybody else's life at danger.
And all those factors play so quickly. They click in so quickly into the brain that all you can feel is fear.
I think the other thing, I think mental health has another huge role into it. Like, huge.
Definitely. It definitely could.
It's also a lot of younger people experiencing this. And I ended up reading a post a while ago on, I don't know, it might have been Instagram or something. But kids nowadays, because of school, because of socializing, because of all that thing, parents and all that, teenagers and kids nowadays have the same level of stress and anxiety as people did in an insane asylum decades ago.
As in, like,
which is a lot.
This isn't like because of the way things are in the world right now with like the pandemic and whatever. Or is this just a general fact?
This is just a general fact. No, I don't think the pandemic.
Well, I mean, it might not be fact, but it might be a.
That's just a thing. That's what a lot of scientists are saying. They're like, as of right now, it's like that's what a lot of people are showing. They're showing the same level of stress as what people did in the same asylum. Right? And if that's true, I think that plays a huge role in it, because there's a lot of that panic, fear, you don't know what to do. Right? So it's just there's.
And in some cases, I think that panic and fear grows even more because you already have that panic and fear, and when it comes to that time where you actually experience it, your fear is just it goes crazy.
It's just through the roof.
Right, through the roof. But it's definitely weird to think that there could be, paranormal activity anywhere. Basically,
Mhm.
maybe some places less, some places more. For what reason? I don't know.
We don't know. We don't
And
even know.
We don't even know.
We don't even know if it's real. It's not scientifically proven. It's not a thing where it's out there. There have been people who have said, yes, we proved this. There's TV shows that prove it, right? But scientists themselves have not proven it, right? Scientists themselves haven't come up and said ghosts exist, like spirits exist. They haven't done that, right?
They haven't, because I think they've identified everything to the point where they can say, oh, we have spirits, because they have a logical explanation for it already.
A lot of the times they're like, a lot of people, freak out in situations like that. A lot of them, atmosphere, gases and stuff like that. All that has to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
So they have an explanation for a lot of things. Me personally, I do believe in it. I guarantee you, we go somewhere after we die.
Yeah,
that's just
we definitely must stick around, and
that's my personal opinion.
Something might happen.
And
I believe so as well. And it could be it's completely up to debate.
Mhm.
Honestly, it could be a thing. It could not. We don't know, because
we don't know.
There's no strong evidence to support it.
Mm-hmm. I think this is a great place to end the podcast. I think that was a pretty good podcast.
Yeah. Talking about all this has given me goosebumps. I'm not kidding.
We should probably stop and thank for Oscar, because,
right.
He might have a heart attack and die.
No.
Boogeyman.
And then I'll have to experience what being a ghost is like. No, but like,
Oscar, you gotta let me know. You gotta come haunt me.
Yeah,
if you die,
I gotta let you know. Yeah, no, but
Oscar, if you ever die, okay, I want you to knock 57 times. I'm gonna be counted, okay? If you knock 57 times, okay? If you knock exactly 57 times, I'll know it's you, alright?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can peacefully go where you need to go, do your business, take a crap. I don't know. I don't know what you do as a ghost.
Okay, one joke before we leave off. If a person dies doing their business in the toilet, does that make it unfinished business?
I think it would.
Debates in the comments, I guess.
Yeah. Leave in the comments what you think. Anyways,
Right.
Hope you like the podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe. Don't have to. Like I said, it's always a choice.
It's always, it's great support.
The support is nice.
But it was definitely fun talking about this.
It was a fun topic.
And we have so many other topics ready,
We have
one for the next one.
We have topics ready. If you guys want to leave in the comments any topics that you think we should talk about
that are worth talking in, actually we'll have a good amount of time. Like this one was longer.
Yes. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the podcast, and have a great night.